Hello everyone and welcome to my sister wives Bombshell channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Kody Brown's involvement in many marriages is the main subject of Sister Wives, but 3 of his wives were monogamous. Fans with sharp eyes can tell that the wives wanted plural marriage to succeed so badly, but they were also experiencing life in a way that gave them a distinct perspective on the institution. When it became clear that the multiple marriages were with experienced monogamous people, a Sister Wives fan shared their realization with other Redditors. Christine never lived monogamy, everyone else did, is the first thing the user says. I was just thinking after watching S2 when Robin was saying how weird it would be to live monogamously. It honestly made me roll my eyes because Robin was monogamous for years. They continue by saying, I now know that, with the exception of Christine, all of them were monogamous or had been in monogamous relationships at some point. Christine had 0 prior experience with Kody Brown, but the other spouses had enough. In addition, there is further information on the original poster. Kody and Mary, when they were first married for I think about 2 years. A few people mentioned, and I think it's valid, Mary lived different monogamy because Kody was actively finding another wife ***. Janelle was wed to Mary's brother, I believe, for about 8 months to a year. Roberta still married to her ex-husband. Then in an almost epiphany, they realize Christine never had anyone see her as number 1. Continuing, it's interesting to me that each of them had experienced monogamy for at least some amount of time except Christine. According to Christine, she didn't date anyone before Kody, thus she truly never got to experience dating / a relationship where she was always top priority or the only woman. Until today anyway. Other Sister Wives followers joined in the conversation of Kody Brown and polygamy. Many were eager to sarcastically jump on Robin Brown's touted expertise on plural marriage. Robin has never lived true polygamy from what it all sounds like, but she certainly positioned herself as the expert. On such fashion, the thread was filled of insulting remarks like, Robin was an expert in polygamy as evidenced by her couch talk commentaries. She was sabotaged again and time again by the OG wives and children. The hardships she endured is a testimonial to her inner strength as a sister wife. Several other Redditors say that Mary Brown had some form of a monogamy. However, they point out she and Kody Brown were always in chase of the next bride. Undeniably, it is difficult to focus on one person when there are slots to fill in a polygamous fantasy. I wonder if what Mary had when she was the only wife really felt like monogamy. If my monogamous marriage featured my husband seeking for extra marriages, I think it would feel rather different. I know she's indicated that she and Kody had a monogamous wedding, but I would add an asterisk to that. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't read their book, but I think it was indicated that they courted a young girl pre-Janelle? If Kody was on the hunt the whole time they were married, then definitely Mary was shorted a monogamous experience, and that must have been really terrible for her. When Mary and Kody Brown introduced Christine to the family, she was young and didn't completely comprehend her requirements. In many of the seasons, Christine says how much she wants Kody to see her and desire her. However, she realized it was vital to balance that with sharing his time with the other women. Unfortunately, it was a source of jealousy that she learned to voice and acknowledge during the Sister Wives seasons. Several fans explain how she was the glue for the family. It was ironic because Christine was the wife who was the most cut out for monogamy. I won't say Robin was because I just see her wrecking everything she touches. They even admit that when Christine came into the family she created peace. I suppose Christine was always the center and was the heart of the family. I think Christine was the best fit for polygamy, but also I think she was brainwashed into it the most and very naive up until Vegas. Sister Wives actress Janelle Brown buried her son, Garrison, and wants to help her other children grieve from the grief. She's helping Gabriel grieve. Janelle Brown is supporting her son Gabriel following the devastating murder of his brother Garrison in March. Gabriel and Garrison were close, living together, especially during the epidemic when Kody was absent. The Brown family conflict with Kody grew during the pandemic, resulting to bitterness and damaged relationships. Still hurting after the terrible murder of Garrison Brown, Sister Wives actress Janelle Brown is helping her other son, Gabriel Brown, grieve his sibling. Janelle was Kody Brown's second wife, and they had 6 children together. In 2022, after 30 years of marriage, Janelle broke her spiritual relationship with Kody. By the time they decided to call it quits, Kody had long been absent from Janelle's life and the lives of their children. In March, Janelle had gotten concerned when Garrison sent many texts that seemed like he was struggling emotionally. When the Sister Wives season 18 actress couldn't reach him, she dispatched Gabriel to check on him. It was Gabriel who found the 25-year-old National Guardsman dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in his Flagstaff, Arizona residence on March 5. Not only did Garrison lose his brother, but finding his body must have been quite traumatic. Janelle is undoubtedly anxious about Gabriel and determined to make sure she's there for him. Who doesn't enjoy Thanksgiving in April? In April, Janelle posted a carousel of photographs to Instagram, with a message that read, in part, Gabe's friends held a Friendsgiving today as one of the group is an international student at NAU, had never been to a Thanksgiving and will be returning home at the end of the semester. In the shot, Gabriel sits at the end of a long table surrounded by his buddies, with a sorrowful look on his face. It's excellent to hear that Gabriel isn't withdrawing from the world and is keeping his social contacts. Janelle would want to spend as much time with Gabriel as possible after all he went through. Janelle is likely tortured with thoughts of wishing she could have stopped Garrison and would be resolved to never let her children suffer again. Janelle has to remember that she's in grief too, so she should be kind with herself. At 22 years old, Gabriel was close in age to his now-deceased brother, thus they grew up together. Even as adults they lived together for a short time. After Garrison bought his Arizona home in 2021, Gabriel moved in with his brother and they lived together as roommates. During COVID-19, Gabriel and Garrison got even closer when they were shunned by their own father. In 2018, TLC posted a Sister Wives clip in which Garrison comes home from the National Guard. He's so happy that he races from the car to the home and falls into his tearful mother's arms. In the film, Garrison tells producers, I try not to talk about, possible deployments or stuff like that around her because she does have a problem with us being away. The comment hits differently in the light of Garrison's untimely demise. The clip finishes with Garrison being hugged by his many siblings, including Gabriel. While Janelle was in a wonderful place with Gabriel before his terrible demise, Kody was not. At the time of Garrison's death, he and Gabriel were in the thick of a long-simmering Brown family rivalry with their father. Kody and his sons were always close when they were growing up, but things changed after Kody married Robin. After adopting Robin's 3 children and having 2 more of their own, Kody had less and less time to spend with the children he had with his first 3 spouses. Kody's elder children were resentful, which generated stress and friction in the household. The crisis burst in 2020 when the COVID-19 pandemic descended on the world. Kody and Robin were apprehensive of the virus, although some of Kody's older children were less so. Kody feuded with Garrison and Gabriel because the boys continued to work and socialize during the pandemic. The boys refused to follow Kody and Robin's tight standards, so Kody refused to visit them. He stopped visiting Janelle's house unless she kicked her older sons out, which sparked her decision to leave Kody. By the end of Sister Wives season 18, Kody was no longer speaking to his sons. Garrison's death was painful for Janelle, who had enjoyed a terrific relationship with her son. On March 5, shortly after the news of Garrison's untimely death surfaced, Janelle shared a heartfelt family tribute to Garrison on Instagram. The caption stated, Kody and I are terribly saddened to announce the passing of our lovely boy Robert Garrison Brown. He was a bright spark in the lives of everybody who knew him. His departure will leave such a tremendous hole in our life that it takes our breath away. Since then, Janelle has been remaining out of the public eye and mourning her son secretly. Janelle is focused on spending time with her remaining children. On April 9th, North America was treated to a solar eclipse, and Janelle turned it into a new family tradition. Janelle posted the footage on Instagram with the song "Here Comes the Sun" by the Beatles playing in the background. The caption reads, in part, "It's also impossible to convey how meaningful it is to observe this event. It left us all with a stronger sense of wonder for the physical world around us. A reminder that the world is still beautiful is just what Janelle needs following Garrison's death." Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.